it comes to using bows and dead cells, what I like to do is usually take a look at the more survival scaling side of things. Marksman's bow, nerves of steel, a heavy and explosive crossbow, all really great options. All can pretty much carry a run just by themselves. However, there are more bow fish in the bow sea, as it were. Got stuff like the duplex bow, the quick bow, the bow and endless quiver. This garbage. So I think what I'm going to do today is take a look at something a little bit different. The quick bow. Yeah, because you know what? The quick bow is kind of the exact opposite of how a lot of survival weaponry works, in the sense that it's, well, quick. Just hold down the button and get a lot of arrows shooting out there. It's also one of the easiest bows to get in the entire game. After you die twice, you just go up here and bam. There's a blueprint. Nice little upgrade to your starting bow comparatively. And even the duplex bow, because this has a critical hit. Got 2 or more arrows stuck in the body. It's actually not even a bad critical either. 142 versus 411. Yeah, that's gonna make give me a little bit more emphasis on arrow consumption, keeping an eye on my ammo and everything like that. I suppose we'll kind of see how that plays out. I got some ideas on how exactly I want to deal with that, but we'll see over time. I mean, right now I think it's just going to be mostly focusing on what sort of run do I want to do. There's a few different... That was close. There's a few different... Ooh, interesting. But no. There's a few different like tactics runs that you can do. Usually on the order of... There we go. Doing stuff turret-focused, skill-focused in general. And of course... You just not see me or something? Apparently. Ah, that was so close. But I think this one's going to be kind of doing a run focused on buffing up my main hand, the quick bow, as much as possible. And that's going to be a little bit more difficult compared to the usual tactics runs that I like to do. Largely because this one does not have any sort of built-in synergies with it. For example, with pyrotechnics, which will allow you to get the 100% on burning targets trivial. And even if I didn't want to... And even if I didn't want to specifically only use the bow here and maybe go for like a turret-focused run, that would still not make the turrets as good in general. So hopefully what I can do is get either some sort of incredible affix on this weapon that gives me a lot of extra damage. Inflammable oil's pretty nice. But, you know, maybe something like cause enemies to be poisoned, leaves trail of fire on the ground. That's the sort of stuff that I would like to be looking for right now. Now, I know I said that I wasn't going to be going for this sort of thing, but for right now, I'll take it, because this is still very early in the run, and I need all the advantages that I can get. However, don't expect me to be rolling like double death orb here. That's not the sort of run. I mean, it's much like I was doing with the... How did that still hit me anyway? Much like I was doing with the last run, which if you're watching this in the far-flung future or something, cool. I'm glad that I'm still relevant in the far-flung future. But also that was a Spartan Sandals run, and much like I said there, I can't just take 2 cluster grenades and then never use the Spartan Sandals. However, I can take that early in the run. Give me something good. Burning target's great. I want to get something a little bit better than that. Max HP is not bad. I can probably roll with that, provided that I can find some sort of way to get back up to max HP. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a lucky tonic yet or something. But anyway, what I was thinking about in regards to ammo consumption, that's actually something that I think that will be kind of an interesting talk right now, because this is not the sort of weapon where getting as much ammo as possible is as good. For example, one of the first things that I was thinking when I was thinking, hey, how am I going to do this quick bow run was, well, maybe I should do like a split brutality and tactics, and then get like, I don't know, an infantry grenade or a fire grenade, something that can get an affix on there that will give me all of my arrows back as soon as I throw that down. That'd be a good way to make sure that I constantly have ammo and never have to worry about it. However, this is based Give me 1 second, and I will finish my thought. And then we're going to roll right out of here, and perfect. Oh, interesting. I don't think I'm actually going to take this, but anyway. But yeah, then I thought, wait a second, no, it benefits from having... Oh no, that was so close. This is an item that benefits from having multiple arrows stuck in an enemy. So maybe I don't want all of my arrows back immediately because that's going to compromise my damage a little bit at the start. Maybe. And maybe... Yes, maybe... Yeah. Just for the once, more useful to take Wrench rather than trying to get all my arrows back at once. Now, I know that I've said in the past, Wrench is a terrible mutation. It is the one where if you hit an enemy with a melee weapon, they release one of your arrows and does a little bit of extra damage. In general, I think it's terrible. It does way too little damage, a single hit versus the ability to just get back all of your arrows immediately. It's like, who even cares? Who wants that? Awful. However, I do think the ability to get back single arrows at a time, especially if I'm able to get something like either a... There we are. Scavenger Sword, or a... It's not called Scavenger Sword. The Frantic Sword, or a legendary melee weapon. That could actually kind of maximize my damage output and make for a pretty interesting, a pretty active sort of... do I need anything right now? Not any of these, really. Lacerating Aura, again, going a little bit too far in the direction of not using the bow enough. Yeah, it's like that could make for a nice and active, you know, with kind of chaining together melee and ranged gameplay sort of run. I don't know, though. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see what I can do with it. I'm not going to make any promises, which is basically my catchphrase for this entire channel. There we are. I'm going to take a survival here because as much as I like the Rampart, I don't know how long I'm going to be using it. Could be getting rid of it before I even get to the next biome. Oh, it still got hit anyway. I don't hate this at all. I'm going to take it. Just because I want a little bit of extra health right now. I mean, yes, I am working with a ranged weapon, but that still doesn't mean that I won't get hit by, say, guys that are teleporting all around the place here. Anything of interest? Oiled Sword would actually be pretty good for. Corrupted Power. That's a lot of extra damage, potentially, as well as damage reduction, which is going to be at a premium later on. I'm thinking that this is going to be a run that definitely has issues with damage reduction, so I'm going to have to take a look at that. I don't know, it's just that this run is going to... I have a plan here, obviously, but I do think that this is also very subject to change as well. Another thing, though, on the point of using a ranged weapon is that this is a not tremendously accurate ranged weapon. It does have a bit of tracking, as you saw right there, but in general, I want to say you probably want to be close up to enemies when it comes to using this, so it might even be worth taking something like a... Maybe instead of a Corrupted Power, instead grabbing a Bear Trap, Wolf Trap instead, and then kind of getting right up in enemies, well, not faces, but behinds to do as much damage as possible. Just to make sure that I don't accidentally shoot over enemies' heads or anything like that. It's not quite an infantry bow style of play, but I do think that this weapon does benefit from being somewhat close. Hey, like I said, I'd like to use that, not the run. This is tactics only scaling. Man, am I playing this real bad. Okay, I'm going to take one drag on the potion. Probably going to try to avoid using that as much as possible later. Though I do think I could probably very easily justify getting cursed a whole lot, too. Maybe grab an alienation and then just healing up with that. But at the same time... There is also an amount of how slow and optimal do I want to take this run, or do I just want to go... There we go. Do I have... No, just at max HP I get extra damage. That's why. Okay. And you always got to make the choice between optimal gameplay and gameplay that doesn't take forever. I guess Scavenger Sword, not called that. Frantic Sword would be the choice to get right now. If I have that ability, I already got some extra damage reduction that would really sync up well with the plans that I'm getting. Obviously, the sort of idea of hitting enemies with arrows and then wrenching them out, mostly going to be useful against very high health targets, i.e. bosses. But that doesn't mean that I can't just set it up right now, at least. Make sure that I can... make sure that when the time comes that I am completely prepared to have that start happening. Really, what I would like right now is just fight as many elites as possible to see if I can get a legendary weapon. Also, I think it's important, and I'm thinking about this right now, you'd think it would have been obvious before, but yeah, I should probably also be fighting as many... Give me something good. Good enough. Come on. Oh well, whatever. Also probably worth it to open up a bunch of cursed chests just to be able to have the best chance of getting the colorless melee weapon that I'm looking for as well. We'll see. We'll see. Because right now I'm on track to have this be a nice quick run, as befitting the quick bow name. Hey, man, maybe that would be a thing. I've been coming up with ideas for like item sets lately. Swift Sword, Quick Bow. And that just supercharges getting the... Oh no, that's bad. Ha! Did it anyway. Supercharges, say, wrench type thing, or just gives you like an automatic wrench type thing. Or hitting enemies with a quick bow increases your speed, or does some kind of extra... I don't know, something. Gives you extra counts towards your speed buff kills or something like that. I don't know. I still do think that sets would be really fun, but hey, not really something built into the game too much. How long did it take Gungeon to get together a bunch of synergistic stuff between a lot of the weapons and items in that game? Gonna have to wait for advanced cells and Dadjuns. That's gotta be coming up soon, right? Still waiting on that balance patch after all. Alright, alright. Would really like to find a couple enemies to get rid of this curse. Let me tell you. Oh boy. You know what? Wow, this is all very scary, but at the same time, it is working out. There. Anybody else? I do see a... Okay. I do see that there, though. Hey, if nothing else, this will help out with getting a lot more money. Because I would like to get something like a poisons enemies when I shoot them with a quick bow here, even though it's looking less and less likely over time. 12,000 to reroll is a lot as of right now. Okay, I'm going to take this just for the extra health. I feel like I could really use it right now. As usual with tactics runs, you always got to be more worried about HP than... Here we are. Okay. Got to be worried about more HP than melees. Not to say that you should not be worried about melees at all, but it's a lower priority on the priority scale. Okay. That wasn't terrible. It also does help that I do have an awful lot of damage reduction right now. I had somebody say in one of the previous videos that apparently one of the things that Motion Twin was thinking about was getting rid of the damage reduction in the balance patch. Something that I don't disagree with. It is a little too important, especially on higher cell difficulties, I would say. I guess they were posting some sort of plan for what the... You know, some sort of plan for what a lot of the update was going to be. on Reddit, which of course I have never used before. Yeah, it's weird how little a part of the... Oh, so close. It's weird how little a part of the whole community thing I am, like in every single way when it comes to Dead Cells especially. Yeah, let's just do that. I swear, it's just like I've never even been on the Dead Cells Reddit, or if I have, I don't remember. It's like I gotta imagine that it's gotta be a thing there where it's like, oh yeah, if you want to know about Dead Cells, you can go talk to this guy, talk to that guy. Here's a few good resources. Oh, and if you're feeling adventurous, you know, you can go all the way out into the woods. Find old Doc Firebird. He'll teach you a thing or two, but teach you a thing or two about Dead Cells, or he might just quote Billy Joel at you for 20 minutes. You never know with that, man. An enigma, but I suppose technically part of the Dead Cells scene in some way. Something like that. Maybe I should actually, like, start to do stuff, like go on Discord or Reddit or something like that, or maybe not. Maybe I'll go there and then find out that everybody hates me. Anyway, still getting surprisingly unlucky as far as... Oh my god, that was so close. That was also very close. Maybe get... This sucks. Oh, this is all a bunch of very terrible spawns right now. I like how perfectly terrible every single one of those shockers was spaced out. That really made me feel good about the prospects of this run. I hate... This is... Oh! Alright, anyway. Yeah, getting some pretty bad luck as far as finding any sort of colorless or legendary weapons from elites or otherwise going right now. Not looking too good as far as getting the whole wrench gameplay going that I'm looking for, because that's the only thing that I really need as of this point. I mean, the entire idea behind taking acceptance was that I would get the item that I'm looking for and have that work out in my favor when it comes to fighting the Concierge. I mean, that is the perfect place to get this whole strategy going as of right now. I don't really know... There we go. I don't really know what it's going to be like, but that's a good way to test it out, if nothing else. Also, it would be really worthwhile to get 100% on Burning Target, but hey, that's another reason why I'm going curses and as much money as possible. I'm going to be trying to get... Going to be trying to see if I can also just buy a new quick bow, if nothing else. Speaking of which, I should still have at least, what, good 2 or so cursed chests to check out in this area, so I shouldn't be killing everything as of right now. I'm going to kind of need them to clear out curse points later on, unless I want to really hope that I have a particularly good Concierge fight. Not hating Corrupted Power, though, either. I think that will do me a lot of good in the future. Should kind of taking something like that over other sort of options that I could possibly put in that slot. The damage reduction alone is going to be pretty good. Okay. Come on. Give me something here. I feel like I've been wandering around without finding anything for a while now. Vampirism or something like that could be pretty good too. Actually, like I talked about in the actual Vampirism run, I think that that's got a lot of good stuff going for it. I'm just running into situations where I'm not finding the stuff that I need to make it work. Let's just go with that. So anyway, here we go. Come on, give me something this time. Big money. That's all I'm asking for. Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. Big money. Good enough. It's not the perfect sort of thing to get, but it's more than enough to do exactly what I need it to do. Nice fast attack. Colorless, so it scales well. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Now, hopefully I don't die to curse, because there's like 50 million shockers perfectly spaced around to make sure that I cannot hit them at any point in time. That would be really nice if that didn't happen. Okay, but anyway, as of right now, should be... Yeah, that's quite a bit of damage. Okay, whatever. There's poison and stuff like that, taking care of it. Oh god, and now the curse of forgetting which one is my melee and which one is my ranged weapon is going to come fully into play. Usually I like to have my melee on the square and range on the triangle. Oh, it actually does a lot more damage, unless I'm getting the critical. Then it does the exact same amount of damage. I'm starting to think the quick bow might not be very good. just I don't know. There might be a feeling occurring, a thought happening in my mind right now. Oh well, there we go. Oh well, it's just got a, this is also a higher level in general, but it's also not leveled up in any way. Okay, come on, give the weapon a chance. Don't write it off immediately. Come on. Well, actually, Ice Bow would not be bad at all, but come on. Okay, actually, I want to see. 3406, 35, 29. Ugh. Okay, well, I guess it's going to be the next area then that I get the proper upgrade that I'm looking for, and hopefully have this run really start popping off. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, this is a quite quick bow, so maybe just getting the right affixes on here will also help too. I don't know. I don't think it's worth rolling for that right now, but if for some reason in the next area I still don't get it, then maybe I'll look into trying to re-roll the bow a couple more times. 73,000. I'll try once. That's good enough. Good. No. I'm not doing that. Anyway, wrench, come on. Or ripper. Alright, fine. As projectile to fall out, and the end is going off the screen. Inflicts 936 damage. Which, okay. And then I want to say that soon enough I'm going to be switching out acceptance for 2 times ammo, and we got a run going. Maybe. In the meantime, here's the Concierge. Of course. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get near him. But, come on, really? The very last second? Okay, well, I want to say the next area, if nothing else, is going to be the point when I use the heart. Oop. Hit a little too many arrows out of him there. But yeah, this is not bad at all. This is actually going quite good. Now, if I can just kick him a couple more times, that would be the ideal. Cool, that works too. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. It's all fine. This is exactly what I was looking to happen in the run. It's just my fault for playing badly, let's be honest here. Interesting. But, it's really... I got a run going right now. I can't just get rid of it. So anyway. Alright, that wasn't terrible at all. That was actually a pretty decent amount of damage. That could also, however, be because I have 100% on burning target. And, 17 tactics, which is quite a lot to be having at the first boss, certainly. I mean, this is, as of right now, especially with the curse chest that I'm going for, looking to be a... I'm going to do it. Going to go you, and you. Certainly a different mix-up right now, but let's see how it works out. This way, too, I might also be able to save up for an extra potion charge in the shop, which would be quite nice. But yeah, this is mostly working. It's mostly working. It's not the most ideal build that I've ever worked with before, but it's doing it. It's doing its job quite well. I just got to play better. That's the real thing. That's the real thing. Got to stop screwing up. Got to stop screwing around. Got to get your head in the game, etc. and so on. And then this will start to be an incredible, amazing run. Also would really help if I could get myself cursed, so I'm going to be looking to do that ASAP. It's like, this is generally not a play I like making, which is to say... Yeah, okay. Good breach there, too. Yeah, no, okay, this is going okay. Projectile damage reduced a lot is pretty good, too. Yeah, save up for a potion charge. Then that'll help undo a lot of the follies that I might have been doing before. Undo a couple of the issues that I have run into. Now, there's a shop over there. All right. That was, I'll meet you back there, then. Man, I tell you, every single time with these runs, you know, you try to go for something that doesn't completely invalidate the actual run you're trying to do, and then it does anyway. So, pretty much, I got a Quick Bolt and Wolf Trap all meant to buff up my heavy turret. Yep, of course, because that's always how it goes, man. Tactics is just like that. Tactics is something where a single weapon can just overshadow every other weapon, provided that you just find it, you know, just by chance, not even by intent. I didn't try to find a colorless heavy turret like that. It just happened to be. And then when I upgraded the quick bow, it just happened to do that. I suppose you could always just say, well, why didn't you just not take it? I'm only human, man. Anyway, regardless, it's all, it's a combination of multiple things all working in my favor, certainly, right now. So I can't really be too disappointed. It's also, in general, just a much better run than what I was working with previously. So again, can't really be too disappointed. Not only do I have all of my potion charges, I also still have my heart and everything, too. Not doing too well on the malaise front, but again, something that I'm not particularly worried about. And as much as I kind of poo-pooed using shields previously, I do think that it's going to be quite good for making sure that I can get all of my arrows back, need be. Definitely was very useful in the Concierge fight, because that basically meant that I was able to just bait the Concierge into doing a melee hit and was able to get all of my arrows back quite quickly when the need arose. Arisened. Wolves travel in packs, arisen. Not bad at all. That will help a lot with keeping the malaise down. I do think that one of the things I want to do is try to still upgrade my quick bow, because the quick bow is great and everything. It's obviously, again, still great in service of creating a very nice heavy turret run, but still, it's still doing damage too. Certainly. I mean, how could it not be doing damage when I got 21 tactics right now? Wow, that was close. I mean, I've said before, you just get enough stats, you can make anything be a complete powerhouse of an item and all that. Wow, that was super close. Well, it was working out pretty well right up until I got hit the last second there. Give me this. I do think that if there is a run where I can start taking a whole bunch of tactics over just about anything else, this one's definitely one of them. Is that every run? Absolutely, but you didn't hear it from me. Alright. I think I'm going to go Clock Tower this time on the off chance that I'm able to get a fast run. Yeah, okay, that's just this one. Probably not going to be getting too much of anything from there. Because I don't really... Why? What was that even? I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of a little angry. mildly perturbed, somewhat upset. Oh, I should have left the... I'm not going to use a potion charge right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to die and use my heart. I think that that's just going to be the better usage. Because again, it's like the heart does nothing for you if you got it in your pocket. You got to be using this thing. I could use that third. Since I took Ripper, but I'm not actually using it, I could probably use that third mutation slot for, I don't know, like a cooldown reduction or something. That's all. That's never not good. That's just having a heart. It's just like it's a very important organ. Some would call it priceless. I would call it worthless until you use it. Shovel, not useful right now. Speaking of things that are not quite useful. Could also look at maybe grabbing a couple more stats and brutality, shoving a couple scrolls into the brutality hole. I mean, it's not clear exactly what you do with the scrolls anyway. I mean, you lift them above your head and you gain power. Nothing to say exactly how they work or what you do with them. It's a lot like the Super Mario Brothers when you're using a mushroom. I mean, all Mario does is touches the mushroom and then he grows to twice his size. Obviously, most people say, hey, that's eating the mushroom, right? Which makes sense. I mean, that's generally what you do with mushrooms. And I do believe that in some of the RPGs, that was really bad. I do believe that in some of the RPGs, for example, like I want to say the Mario and Luigi RPGs, there we go. You do, in fact, have a little animation of, nice, Mario actually eating the mushroom. But the thing is, it's like, when you're talking classic Super Mario Brothers, you don't actually know what he does with it. You can just rub it on his face, and then, that's really good too. Just rub it on his face, and then it's like, okay, now he's better. Now he's grown to twice his height. He could, like, crack it open, and then in the center of the mushroom, there's actually, like, a little fairy that grants him extra height in exchange for being freed from its mushroomy prison. It could be that the mushroom, like, you know, sends tendrils under his skin and assimilates itself into Mario's muscles, causing a grotesque transformation where his... Got it? Where he becomes, like, half man, half fungus. You know, with the disgusting, like, bulging mass under his limbs, causing him to grow 2 times his height in the most grotesque way possible. That's what could be happening here. Maybe I'm literally, like, shoving it into the brain portion of the cloud of my face, and that's how I actually gain more stats. Point is, you don't know, I don't know. Only Shigeru Miyamoto knows, and he's not telling anybody. I mean, and because, you know, he didn't work on the Mario RPGs. Point is, the way that this actually works, the scroll disappearing above your head means nothing. There are no lore rooms that tell you exactly how the scrolls work, or what the scrolls even are to that end. It's all mere speculation. Okay, this should be quite easy to take all these guys down. Oh, interesting. Interesting. A lot of interesting stuff occurring as of right now. I think I am actually going to take that over the cudgel. Spike Shield's great. That does mean that I am going to be without any sort of way to get back my... Do I want this? Nah. It does mean that I am going to be without any sort of way to get back my arrows if the need arises, which it probably will. Nothing here is good enough to take. But that is probably going to be more useful than just a shield 99% of the time. I actually kind of feel like ooh. That would also be some good damage reduction, as well as something that would give me a little bit of extra poison synergistic type stuff if I decided to. Well, if I got the ability to upgrade my quick bow and got rid of that one, also got rid of my other thing. Let's just see how the rest of this shakes out. I got another shop coming up here too, so there's good options right now for potentially switching up the build of my run. Let's just say that. And I'm definitely looking forward to whatever I can get here. Yeah, here we go. What do we got? What do we got? Really like to upgrade my quick bow. This is still the one that I've been using since the very start of the game. It's about due for it, I'd like to say. And talking about the getting up close and personal with a quick bow, I do think that anything... No. Talking about getting like up close and personal with a bow, I do think that freezing enemies is definitely going to help with that, if nothing else. I mean, in general, I've said before, ice bow is something that you don't necessarily need to be doing a tactics run to get the most use out of. You can easily be working with tactics and get as much, if not more. I'm gonna do this just for the health. Okay, I'm gonna... Alright. Before the end of this area, I'm gonna kill myself on a... Nice. Before the end of this area, I'm gonna kill myself. And I am going to just heal up with a potion charge. I don't want to, but I think that's... I'm playing with fire otherwise, and I don't want to get burned. Duplex bow would actually be probably a really nice thing to take as well right now, but we'll see. I'm not going to immediately kill myself because I want to get out of here with as little malaise as possible. Now you might say that using the potion charge would also get rid of malaise, and killing yourself would actually raise your health right now, so what are you even doing? But I would disagree. I have no grounds to disagree, but I would do that anyway. Good homunculus use, at least. Alright. So right down here, go immediately run into the nearest spikes that I can. Go run immediately into the nearest Bubba Sparks that I can. And we good. Let's go. That's a fine usage of a potion charge, I would like to say. So, I think I'm good. Would really have liked to have gotten an upgrade to my quick bow, but that's fine. Got one more area here, Hope Springs Eternal. Now get back down here. Not done with you just yet. Honestly, I'm glad that I just didn't get hit by the elevator going down more than anything else. It felt like that was more than impossible. Anyway, anything else that I would want? I guess maybe something on poisoned enemy, but I think I'm getting more out of that doing poison by itself than anything else. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Let's go. 125 is enough to at least re-roll one shop coming up, if nothing else. But again, I am going to run out of arrows very quick here, and that's going to be a bad thing. How bad will have to be seen. I can't believe I got hit by that. Now, that's just my own fault, let's be honest here, but still. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Really got to stop getting blazed up. I have 3 more potion charges, a lot of damage reduction. It's not too bad. That was pretty bad. I don't know what is up with me playing poorly today. Not usually my thing. Oh, wow. That's an interesting boomerang. If I was doing like a survival run, 43,000 damage on the critical, it's kind of amazing. But this is not the run to be screwing around with that. 43,000 on the critical. Just throw out, with the doubled ammo, you could just throw that backwards. Well, I'll save that for the boomerang run, which will be coming eventually. Just you wait. It always do. I think that I have pretty much every single affix that I could possibly ever want on a ice bow right now, so there's no real reason to be re-rolling that. Strange run. Not as quick bow focused as I would have liked it to have been, but that's fine. I can deal with that sort of thing. I mean, certainly you're getting an idea of how tactics runs work, if nothing else. It's not as bad as like the Yeah, it's not as bad as like the Frantic Sword run, where that just got completely overwritten by a very good set of death orbs, but still, it is a little ridiculous. Not bad at all. Oh, I do want to try out doing that key duplication glitch. I think that's a fun thing to do, and I have had a few people tell me exactly how it works now. I still need to remember that. It's gotta be near an object you can interact with, which will happen if I decide to, and really I should, go for the dual tracker fight. I guess it all really depends on what I find as I am crawling through the castle right now. Depending on... Because I mean, this is not really a run to go get 3 keys. I'm not quite sure if you just noticed how much damage I got just by getting kicked by that dude there, but... it'll be useful later. Or never, I hope. I hope never. But before I leave here, remind me to take that. Remind me to take that, Twitch chat. Oh, you didn't know all of these episodes are actually being streamed live at Dr. Inferno Firebird at twitch.tv. You could have been watching any of these live at any point in time. Did you not know that? That's not true. Don't. That's not true. That is my actual Twitch account. Anyway, enough shilling for myself. I've got a run to finish. Hopefully. Hopefully I have a run to finish. It actually probably would have been worthwhile to... Well, you know, if I wasn't so malaised up and everything, it actually kept my heart for the final battle, but, you know. Okay. We go here, and... didn't get it. I thought I had it there, too, but no such luck. Alright, I can kill this elite. Too sweet. So I just need to... Okay, well, here's where I'm going to be using that thing that I talked about earlier. The watermelon that I talked about. You know the watermelon. You know its smell. It's finally back. Ha! Super Mario mode. Fun. I'm not going to use it, but it's there. I should really remember that I do have a... an ice bow here. In fact, that'll be exceptionally useful when I get to the hand fight. So, you know, let's just kind of do this. I'm hearing enemies die, so that's doing it. All right, let's go hit up that watermelon and get out of here. It looks like I actually managed to take a lot of... looks like I actually managed to do pretty good insofar as I rallied up most of the health that I lost, so that's fine. I really want to just get this run over with before I die, because I feel it coming. I can feel it in the air tonight. I'm a real Peter Frampton over here. Oh, okay. Frampton Comes Alive is actually a very solid album. I would very much recommend that for a listen. I guess I'm just going to get rid of Ripper right now. There's a point where I have to just say, you know, it ain't happening, and it ain't happening. Unfortunate, but I did get some use out of that. I did get a little bit of... I did show that it was okay, and I do think that this run is definitely the run to go for, but the colorless weapons just were not lining up in my favor. Let's just say that right now. All right, Handy. Number 1, ice bow. Number 2, everything else. Doing good. Good start, good start. Number 2, ice bow. Number 3, weird tracking on everything. And... okay. Ah, that was bad. But that's okay. Because I can do this. All right. Not going too bad. But, I mean, as always, you know, tactics runs are powerful. I just want to say. If you can dodge well, tactics runs will always do you good. You do have to dodge, like, even just a little bit, because otherwise you're going to die immediately. Oh yeah, quick bow is okay, but I would really like to say that it was mostly a lot of the other items that I got in that run. Oh well.